If you're always worried about what somebody else is going to say or worried about how your decision is going to affect somebody else, you're never going to do what you was actually supposed to do. 10 times out of 10, I can put $100 on this, that if God is telling you to do something, it's going to go against someone else's opinion, is going to offend somebody else, is going to make people question why you are doing that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Zamots podcast, where we focus on
faith,
family,
fitness,
finances, and friendships. Today, we're going to be reading from Romans chapter 8, verse 26 through 27. All right, and it reads, "In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And he who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God." Amen.
Amen.
All right, family. So we're going to be reading our questions from tonight's conversations. Okay. This is another card game that we have, and it's called the Connecting Couples Deck. Okay. So these questions are all pertaining to couples, and we about to read a few of them.
Hey, y'all.
It says, "What is the one thing we've lost in our relationship that you'd love to get back?" Ooh. What did we lose in our relationship?
That's a good one. What did we lose in our relationship
that you love to get back?
I would have to say probably spontaneous notes.
Spontaneous notes?
Yeah. Like when we leave notes or like index cards. Like cards, random cards I would get you. That's really it. I would say date night, but like that don't really count for us because we don't have nobody watch our kids on date night.
Yeah.
Besides Letha. She about to leave. She been sick, so it's like we've been just going on date night with the kids.
Yeah, we went on a date yesterday.
Yeah.
With the kids. To Culver. Shout out to Culver's. They food is...
We're not shouting them out. They're not sponsoring us, okay?
We're not shouting out Culver. All right. What is the one thing that we've lost in our relationship that you love to get back? Yeah, that's difficult because I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like we've lost anything in our relationship. I feel like we've added some things.
Yeah.
You know, the more time we spend together, the more better it gets.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we've lost anything.
Like if I had to name something, that would be it.
Yeah, we don't leave each other notes and cards as much as we used to. So that's a good one. Yeah, I don't got nothing. I don't have anything for that. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just...
Tease what you tease.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like I contribute equally to the household responsibilities? Explain.
Yes, I do feel like you contribute equally. Explain. I think we just flow with each other, right? If I'm not feeling it, and you know, my bride knows that I'm not feeling it, she'll step in. If she's not feeling it, and I know that she's not feeling it, I'll step in. I think we have a very good system of how we run our household and how we do certain tasks or certain things, you know? So yeah, I feel like you contribute equally to household responsibilities, if not more than me.
Yeah. I feel the same way too. Like really the same thing you said. These questions is like
What? So fill in the blank. This is a good one. Fill in the blank. I make you most angry when I
don't listen.
That was a little too quick.
Okay.
When don't
fill
I listen?
in the blank. When don't you listen? Every day. It's every day in a moment, in a glimpse. He don't listen.
You don't tell me what to do all the time.
Yes, I do. That's why I'm so confused.
Let me fill in the blank.
I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm done. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
Fill in the blank. I make you most angry when I... Exactly. Ain't got nothing. You could pop it off your tongue if it really was there.
Because it's so much. I don't even know what to name.
Not too much.
I don't even know what to name. Fill in the blank. You make me most angry when you get mad that I get mad.
Yeah. Because he don't say it. He doesn't say it. He just... deep breath. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to be mellow. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to tell you nothing. And then next day when I'm like, okay, so what was wrong with you yesterday? Then he tells me. But if I do that, you have a fit.
No, that's not the truth. That's not the truth. I don't just not talk to you if I'm upset about something.
You don't not talk to me, but you might as well not be talking to me because you be real mellow, real quiet, and it's like, I know you, bro. Like you.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If I say what I want to say, it's gonna be disrespectful.
Then grow up and don't say nothing disrespectful.
No, because that's how I feel in the moment. So I'm gonna let you know about it. What you mean? But so I'd rather just not say nothing. You know what they used to say when you was younger, right? It's if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. Girl. So I'll keep my mouth closed. Okay? Hey. I'd rather be happy than be right.
Hey. That's not right. That's not right. That's what we're going to say. That's not right. Because if I'm mad or if I'm upset, you expect me to express it or tell you right there and then. You don't stop. You stand there, you hover, you rub. Okay, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? Walk away and then you come back in. But me, I'm supposed to give you your space because you don't want to get disrespectful or say something rude.
Here's the difference.
That's a double expectation.
No, here's the difference. I don't act any different towards her when I'm upset. I still do all the same things. I don't act different towards her. When she's upset, she ignores me. She don't want to talk. She don't want me to touch her. So that's why I ask what's wrong. You don't have to continually ask what's wrong because you can't even really see that nothing's wrong. I'm still acting the same way. I may not be talking as much, in your mind, but I'm still treating you the same way.
In your mind, you're saying that.
Okay.
And you're like,
so let's tell the people.
I'm telling the people. Okay. The people are seeing right now.
Okay, so go ahead. Let me hear.
I'm telling you that you show that something is wrong with you. You think that when you mad, you can't tell I'm mad. To somebody in the street, but to somebody that know you, no. You walking around all quiet, somber. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Short answers. I'm asking you what's wrong. You look at me, nothing. Like, come on. Like, I know you. You're not pulling it off. You're not. Yes, you may be. Babe, can I have some water? Yeah. It's very dry, itchy eye. Like, it's not how you think that you're doing it. In your mind, you think, like, I'm still cool, calm, and collective. You might as well blow up because that's just going to piss me off even more.
Okay.
Exactly. So when you got an issue, you got a problem, you have to say it same day. You can't wait no 5 days. You don't wait 5 days. You can't wait till the next day when we cuddling or when we talking all of a sudden. Yeah, that pissed me off yesterday.
But that really,
I don't want to hear about it no more. That really has
only happened like 2 or 3 times.
No.
Like, be honest. Yes, it has. Like,
You don't get mad a lot. But
I don't get mad at something and then not say why I'm mad. That's happened like 2 or 3 times where I've done that.
Okay, in your head. When you get mad or you're upset with me, you do that every time.
Okay. She says every time.
Every time. It's very rare that you come out and tell me same day. It's always the next day.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways.
Next question. So it says, where do you see us 10 years from now?
Choking you out?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking in my head. Yeah. Where do you see us 10 years from now?
In our house, traveling, living our best life. Really doing what we truly want to do with no limitations. Literally with the mindset like we like free agents.
Yeah.
What about you?
I say the same thing. Financially independent, traveling, living life on our terms, not tied to anyone or anything. living how we want to live, you know, and really free. That's really what we all want is freedom, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where I see us 10 years from now. I see us being free, financially free, spiritually free, emotionally free. We will be free. And, you know, we'll be living the best time of our life.
Good answer.
That's it. Okay, one more question.
Say two.
Okay, how many more questions do you want to do?
Here.
What? It's your turn.
I just read that. Or okay. You read it?
I did. Oh.
When you have a stressful day, what would you like me to do to help you deal with it?
When I was stressed, what are you laughing at, man?
Just answer the question.
When I was stressed, what would I like for her to do to help me deal with it? Just rub my head. That's it.
Which hand?
Just wanted to rub my head. Use your imagination. Okay? That's it. What about you, man? What would you like for me to do?
I would like for you to just give me a little massage.
Got it. A massage.
A little snack.
And a snack. Got it. Okay.
That's
Noted.
It. Noted.
All right, that's it for the questions, y'all. We about to get into the pod.
All right, family.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, you know how they say opposites attract, right? This is very true. Okay, the reason that my wife and I have such a good relationship is because I truly feel that she is the opposite of me in a lot of different ways. In a lot of ways, we're similar, but she operates her life very different than I operate my life. And I'll give you an example. My whole life, I have really been in tune with my feelings, and I have really been, I ran my life based on my feelings and my emotions, right? A lot of decisions that I made were based on my feelings and based on, how I felt somebody else would feel about my decision making. Okay. My wife, on the other hand, she is very principle driven. Okay. She doesn't really operate in her feelings like that when it comes to making decisions or doing certain things. Like she's not considering, she doesn't first consider somebody else's feelings when she needs to make a decision. Like she's very principle driven. It's like, this is what needs to get done. I could care less about what they have to say or what they got going on. Like, this is it. Okay. So I think a lot of us in our life, we go about operating in our feelings, right? And it's very detrimental to our success and our growth. So I wanted to start off by asking you, babe, have you always been like principle driven, like your whole life?
Yes. When you got the baby, you can't talk.
Okay. I can't talk. I got the baby. Oh, you got a little white baby.
I don't know. That's the baby that was right there.
Okay.
Okay. What was the question?
The question is, have you always been principle driven?
No.
No?
But I feel like I became principle driven whenever it was time for me to be principle driven. Like at that age, I feel like when you like 15, 16, at that point, you need to be able to make decisions for yourself and not for people around you. Mm-hmm. Because at that age, like when you hit like being a teenager, that's when you're solely making decisions for yourself. Mm-hmm. Because every decision that you make is pretty much going to pan out your life. Mm-hmm. Like whether you're planning on going to college, taking a gap year, going into whatever it is that you want to go into, that teenage years is, I feel like, when that should be taught. Now, mm-hmm. whenever you have a family, I feel like you should operate, what's the word that you used?
Feelings?
Yeah, that you should operate out of your feelings in a way because you have other people dependent on you. So I feel like as a man, like you kind of have to, operate out of your feelings more so because you have people dependent on you and mm-hmm. people that you're providing for. But for me, I developed that attitude whenever life pretty much showed me what it was. like the reality of it. Like I more so had the harsh side of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very easy for me to develop more so of like, okay, I have to do what's best for me, because if I'm like, you gotta think about it like this: if you're always worried about what somebody else is going to say, or worried about how your decision is going to affect somebody else, you're never going to do what you was actually supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
10 times out of 10, I can put $100 on this, that if God is telling you to do something, it's going to go against someone else's opinion, is going to offend somebody else, is going to make people question why you are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like whenever I developed that, is really whenever I was in high school, I started to develop that more, because I realized, one, I was out of the house when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I had, at a very young age, had to have that mindset of I have to think for me, and I have to make decisions for me, because at the end of the day, I'm the only one taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And most people see it as like selfish, and it's just like,
Right.
It's not, because when you have, when you're put in that box, and that space in your life, you have no one else besides you. Even if you have people in your life, you're the only one that's dealing with those issues. Like,
right.
It could be something as simple as, oh, I'm going to a dinner and I have high heels. One is a stiletto and one is like a comeback boot. If I'm gonna be at this dinner for 7-8 hours and I'm on my feet, was the best decision for me to make is to do the comeback boot, which is the thicker boot, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's the thicker boot. Why? Because, one, I don't wear heels all the time. My feet are not classically trained in stilettos at all anymore. Like, so for me, that would be the best decision. But from looking at like society and everybody else that may be at that dinner, they may go with a stiletto. So I may look like an oddball, or I may look like, oh, dang, I'm bucking the system. But that's what was best for me. Even though someone would say, dang, like, why didn't you wear stilettos? Because I can't walk in them, and they hurt my feet. And quite frankly, it's not me. So I'm not compromising me to make somebody else feel comfortable. So I feel like that's when I developed it, and why I have that like mentality. And it's like, it's me. It's not changing. But even though I operate in that personality, I very much so operate in my feelings as well when it comes to my family, or when it comes to people that I care about. Like, I weigh the odds, but the majority of the time I'm doing it in favor of me or my family. Like, it's like I care what you think, but I don't care enough to compromise what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. What about you? Why do you think you're more so, your personality is more so like feelings based?
Believe it or not, I think it's because I didn't have my biological father in my life. And you say, well, how does that have to do with you making decisions in your feelings?
Well, I don't say that. I like, that matters.
Well, because I think my biological father not being in my life created this need for the approval of others, this need for wanting to please other people, as opposed to prioritizing my own happiness and my own peace. Right? I mean, there's a connection there. A father is the one that, if you notice, like kids, like my daughters, when they're doing something, they get their hair done, when they put on a new outfit, like they always come to me for approval. Like,
we can insert a video. We're going to insert a video.
Like, they always coming to me for approval. They get their hair done. Mommy says, oh, you look beautiful. They'll run off from her and then come to me and be like, Daddy, look. Like, they want my approval. They want to be affirmed by their father.
And we'll stand there. Won't move.
Excuse me. so anyway.
I got the baby inside.
That's true. So when you don't have your biological father in your life, I think that messes with you psychologically, and it causes you to try to seek approval from others until you grow out of that. Like, I'm at a stage in my life now. I'm 28 years old. Okay, grown man, married with three children actually. So I'm at a stage now in my life where I'm recognizing the patterns in my life. I'm recognizing the things that are hindering my growth, and I'm changing them. Right, slowly but surely, I'm changing them. And this transition that I'm in right now is just becoming more principle driven in my life, and not allowing my feelings to take over, and to allow me to make decisions that are detrimental to my success. So me being the type of person that I have been, for my whole life, you know, there are certain things that I realize are not serving me. So I have to let those things go. And the main thing that hasn't been serving me is me operating out of my feelings, me making decisions based on how I feel. And I think that a majority of society makes decisions based on how they feel. You know, if they know that they're supposed to be doing something, but they don't feel like doing it, well, they don't do it. Mm-hmm. Right. And that is detrimental to your success. The Bible, I don't have a Bible with me. I got my iPad, but listen, this book, the Bible, is a book based on principles. Okay, it's not a book about religion. It contains religion, but it's not about religion. It's filled with principles on how to live a good life. Mm-hmm. And nowhere in the Bible does it talk to you about how you like your feelings. Right? It's not based on your feelings. Jesus, the master teacher, didn't operate in his feelings. Right? Yes, he had feelings, but he didn't operate in his feelings. He didn't make decisions based on, you know, his feelings. He made decisions based on principle, mm-hmm. based on what was right, what was truth. Okay. And if you live your life in that way, you know, making decisions based on principles and based on truth, then you will have a much better chance at success as opposed to, you know, living in your feelings. So that was a long roundabout way of me telling you that I have lived my life based on my feelings. And I think it's because my biological father wasn't in my life. And that caused me to want to seek approval from others and get validation from others, because I never got that validation from my father. But I'm growing out of that. You know what I mean? I'm taking the next step in my life, and I see it.
I see it too.
Yeah.
Slowly, surely. And I think it amazes you because it amazes you because we're gonna get a ball.
Yeah, something.
Ball. Cause that white baby is just it's got webbed feet and arms. Like, look at it.
Yeah.
That's not developed. But just I think it amazes you sometimes. Not amazes you, but like you realize when you're doing it, because you'll be like, man, I just don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It's either you with it or you're not. Especially like when it comes to the business, I've seen that more so. And I just be sitting there like,
yeah,
because it's not people pleasing in a way of where it's like, oh, I'm like, I gotta do what you say or I can't say no. It's not. He's not like that. His people pleasing is more so that he doesn't want the conversation of disappointing or hearing like the negativity that someone may have to say about his decision. It's more so that, which I feel like all of us fall victim to that. Even me, I'm just more so like strong on like, I'll hear you out, but like I'm really not hearing what you're saying because I know what I have to do for my family. And I feel like, especially with us and like how we just operate and how we flow, a lot of people are confused about it. They respect it because they see the outcome of like our decision making, and it's not like we're making decisions to where it's like outrageous, like toxic or something. It's like what they got going on. Sometimes it may be that, like when we went plant based, didn't nobody understand that. Why y'all going on a diet? Well, it's not really a diet. It's just like a lifestyle change. Like the reality of it is it made us feel better. It helped me, just speaking from my standpoint, me personally, like with just digestive problems that I was having, that cleared up like perfectly. And just how we felt, like we have, like, we're toddler parents, like we have 2 little kids, so the amount of energy that they expect for us to give to them is like top tier. And then you don't want them in front of the TV all day, you don't want them on an iPad all day, but the reality of it is when you eating a whole bunch of processed foods and stuff like that, I don't have the energy to sit up here and play with them all day, or I don't have the longevity to play with them for long periods of time because I'm exhausted, you know. And when we're plant-based, most definitely had more energy to do things with them. And that's ultimately the reason why, like, we want to be healthier for the sake of one, ourselves, yes, but our kids as well, especially with them like about to be homeschooled. Like, is the amount of activity that you have to have for a successful homeschooling system is like, it's top tier. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to make sure that they get in that education, the education part of it, and then you also have to make sure that they're getting out and they're, you know, talking and they're being active with other people instead of most people think, oh, it's homeschool, you're just in the home. No, who, like a parent, whoever the teacher is, whoever it may be, it's y'all responsibility to make sure that they're getting active and being able to talk to, other people, which I feel like our kids really won't have that issue because they love talking to literally everyone.
Everybody.
Like everyone. But yeah, that's what I have to say about it.
I think the majority of people rather avoid pain than move towards pleasure in their decision making or in their life. Mm-hmm. So because most people would rather avoid pain than move towards pleasure, they're gonna take the path of least resistance. Okay, so speaking for myself, I have always took the path of least resistance, mm-hmm. so that I didn't have to go through that pain or that struggle or that difficult time. But here's what I realized. When I was a child, I spake as a child. Okay, I behaved as a child. But now that I am a man, I put away childish things. So I no longer try to avoid pain or try to avoid difficulty because I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to become more of who I am. Okay, I want to become the best version of me. And in order for me to do that, I understand that I have to go through the trials. I have to go through the difficulty. Like I have to go through those things because those are the things that build my character and help me become the man that I'm supposed to be. So since we have so many people, a society that wants to avoid that pain, that creates this weakness in society, and it creates this I guess energy where people feel as if you tell them the truth, then you're being disrespectful or you're being aggressive or you're being mean because you tell them the truth, mm-hmm. right? Or when you live from a place of truth, they don't really like you because they feel like, listen, you're an outcast. You're too much, right? You're overbearing, right? But hey, listen, I'm no longer seeking the approval of man. The only approval that I want is God. And God wants us to operate a principle. He wants us to operate in principle. He wants us to operate in truth. That's why he's given us this book known as the Bible. It's a guidebook for us to operate in these principles. There's a bunch of different stories in the Bible that shows you how people who live by principle and then people who live by their feelings, what happened and how their life turned out. Okay. And the people that live based on principles, they ended up having great success, right? And they ended up being, all that they can be as an individual. Okay. So that's all I have to say about that, babe. We can, you have anything else that you want to say?
Yeah, I got something I want to say.
She got something else she want to say.
How are y'all operating? That's the question of the day. And comment in the comments, okay? Don't be coming up to me, coming up to him. I seen y'all podcast. Yeah, I love y'all.
Yeah.
Poo. Yeah. And you're not interacting down there. If you don't interact in the comment, if you don't share, if you don't repost it just makes our job difficult to try to get our message out to more people that need to hear it. I know y'all love our content, but we need to also reach other people. We've been doing really good. Like our stats and everything, just give an update. Like it's been really good. Every week it's improving. Every week it's going up. Like we see improvement day to day, week to week basis. So we're thankful for y'all. But get active in those comments and how are you operating? Yeah. Principle or in your feelings? Okay.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Turn on post notifications so you can be notified every single time we post. And follow us on social media platforms. We've been asking questions on there, interacting with you guys. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and do that. I'm Queen_Deja, Queen_DAJHA, and he is
at Smooth SM0OV_. So it's at SM0OV_. All right, we love y'all. Let love fill your hearts. Listen, operate in principle and in truth, not in your feelings. Facts over feelings. All right. Love y'all. Let love fill your hearts, family.
Peace and blessings. Peace. Bye.